Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Wednesday, July 3rd, 2019. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of RxMuscle.com's world-famous Recap Wednesday, where we're going to jump right into today's show by looking at what went down out in Sin City at this year's edition of the Battle in the Desert. The top 6 in the men's physique division were one of the best yet we've seen all year long. But when the smoke literally cleared here, it was veteran assassin Hakeem Scott who emerged as the last man standing. And he's been on a tear all year long. And just like was predicted right here last week, Bojana Vasiljevic brought home the top honors in the figure division, while in Masters figure, the red-hot Erica Morgan secured the win over a strong group of athletes. For contest photos and full placings, check out npcnewsonline.com. Out in the beautiful city of San Jose, we had plenty of action to go around in men's and women's physique, where veteran Mila Ash brought in her all-time best to punch her ticket back to the Olympia stage. Second place went to rising Brazilian star Priscila Cavilla, and wrapping up a very solid top 3 here with her best look ever was veteran Trish Wood. Over on the men's side, it was all about second-year star in the making Anthony Woods, who is really starting to come into his own now that he clinched his first win on the Pro Tour. Second place went to veteran Joseph Lee, and closing out a good group of athletes with the third place finish here was perennial Olympian Dean Balabas. Across the other side of the pond, we had a major shootout at the British Grand Prix, which might end up being one of the most telling shows of the weekend when we look back at the season a few months from now. In the men's open, it was all about Nathan DeAsha, who came in at his all-time best and looked like a legitimate top 4 Olympia contender on his way to securing a gigantic win. Second place went to another UK native and veteran Samson Dowda, who managed to hold off third place finisher James Hollingshead, while the new and improved Milan Shadik did enough to slide into 4th. And rounding out the top 5 in his first event of the season was German big man Lucas Weiler. For a lot of athletes, going under the knife to repair damage from years of wear and tear is usually enough to make them throw in the towel for good and ride off into the sunset. But if history tells us anything, it's that 8-time Olympia champ Ronnie Coleman is far from being an ordinary dude. Last week, the greatest to ever do it released a clip from a new leg session just to let his fans know that he's still out there fighting with everything he's got to push himself through another tough rehab. As I'm sure most of you know by now, Ronnie underwent his 12th back surgery not too long ago to give some relief from some of the lingering pain and injuries he's been dealing with since he retired. Everyone I've talked to close to Ronnie tells me that he wakes up every day thankful to be surrounded by the people he loves. And he's as determined as ever not to let the second half of his life be defined by injury. And if there's anyone on the planet who can stare the odds in the face and dare them to make a move, it's Ronnie. So all I can say now is, go get him, champ. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.